Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deprived playthrough of Dark Souls 3. This time we're going after Vordt of the Boreal Valley. He doesn't take too long, so I wanted to add some other stuff onto it. Even with the Winged Knight, that doesn't take too long. So I added on another little, I guess you could call him mini boss, but not so much, just an enemy with a lot of intensive health. Whatever the hell that means. A lot of health. Alright, so the Winged Knight is scary at first, obviously, but the only reason I'm able to get so far in this game, I'm already to the Abyss Watchers, and I've almost got them down, but I am struggling. A little bit. Just a little bit. But I got him now. First of all, I didn't know right away that this guy could be backstabbed. So that's really cool. But yeah, the only reason I'm getting so far in this game is because literally the entire game is just timing your attacks and timing your blocks. If you understand how fast it takes for each enemy to wind up and what time you need to get out of the way, you'll be fine. Of course, if you're brand new to the game and you've never played and you're not used to any of the enemies, it's gonna be completely challenging. And, you know, I'm still freaking frustrated as hell. For this build particularly, my most difficult enemy to go up against is actually those fucking, like, hollow peasants. Those farmers with the giant pointed stick with the giant pointed logs. And oh my god, they just run at you and bash you and take out like half your health, and it's the most frustrating thing ever. So I can't face big groups of those guys in this build. I've equipped a heavy gem to my basic club here, and it moved my damage from about 120 to 160 on average, I think. 126 to 166 I think it actually was. So yeah, and then after that I equipped some more Titanite shards, so I'm just outputting a lot more damage. So that's pretty cool. The plank shield, I'm actually upgrading it too, because hey, I'm gonna be going the entire game with this build, the entire game. And I'm sure there have been people who've done it before. That's fine, but for me, this is the first time. I've tried to go to Deprived before. Actually, I think the other class I tried to go before was the Rogue class or whatever. The one with just the dagger and the bow and arrow. You have to be really fucking good at the game to start with a class like that, because your arrows are gonna run out against the first boss, and your dagger is not gonna do any fucking damage. So I tried and failed on that, of course. But the club freaking staggers so many enemy types. It's just so cool. But as I said in the last video, I find Vordt of the Boreal Valley, the beast of the valley, to be less challenging than Gundyr, and less challenging than the fucking sword master who can kill you in one hit. But specifically because Vordt has the finest piece of ass in all of Irithyll. And the reason for that is he has a giant booty. And all you gotta do is just sit underneath his big fucking booty and just hit his butt. And that's all you need to do. It gets challenging, of course, obviously, when he goes into a rampage, like I said in the last video. But I keep saying it's not too much to handle, but I get freaking punished by this guy. So much so that I have to use my Ember, which is something I do not like doing. Back in my first playthrough of the game ever, I didn't really understand how important the Embers were. I'm just like, oh, so it's a way to get you up to like full double health. I get it. No, it's a little bit more than that. Invasions and summoning and all that crap. So yeah, I get my butt raped, and thankfully he does his breath attack. To be honest, I'm not completely sure what Frostbite does. I need to look it up. I can guess. I mean, it's not one of the things that decreases your health slowly. I'm assuming maybe your stamina goes up slower and you take more damage while you're frostbitten. I don't know. That sounds about right to me. Maybe it's affects stamina more than anything. But yeah, frostbite isn't something that, you know, when the screen says you're frostbiting, okay, it'll go away. It's fine. Yeah, so it's not something that bothers me. Thank God. You know what's interesting? On all these boss battles, it seems to be on their last little bitty bit of health. They just pull all the stops and do every single attack, and that's when I lose, is when they're at the sliver. It's happened so many freaking times, it's ridiculous. Maybe it's just because I'm like, oh, I gotta kill him now, and I just freak out so bad and die really hard. So, hopefully that doesn't happen too many times. You know, I've actually been debating whether or not I should go against Yorm. What the hell? Oh, I didn't cut on the point I wanted to cut. Sorry, guys. Didn't edit it where I wanted to edit. These guys originally were the biggest pain in the ass to me. I would avoid them at all fucking costs. The only way I ever fought this guy before was with a bow and arrow. I would just shoot at him from the door and kill him that way, like a big fat asshole. But these Irithel Knights are so fucking cool. They are so agile and dexterous, and oh man, they're awesome. But yeah, so next video we're gonna have the worst boss in Dark Souls 3, plus a fun little mini boss, plus being able to meet the greatest character in Dark Souls 3. Truly Solare worthy. Alright, so that is our second round of boss fights. I'm doing good. It turned out pretty metal. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.